What was before the Big Bang? It seems like a simple question, because if everything has a beginning, it feels natural to assume that something must have existed before it. However, when scientists began studying the origin of the universe, they discovered that this question may be far stranger than it first appears. The Big Bang was not an explosion in empty space. There was no center, no edge, and no surrounding darkness. Instead, the Big Bang was the moment when space and time themselves began to exist. Every point in the universe was once compressed into an extremely hot and dense state, and as the universe expanded, space itself expanded with it, carrying galaxies farther apart. When we trace the universe back toward this beginning, we are not just rewinding matter and energy. We are also rewinding time itself, and that changes the meaning of the question. If time began with the Big Bang, then the idea of something existing earlier may not actually apply. Asking what happened before the Big Bang may be like asking what is north of the North Pole, because the question assumes a direction that simply does not exist. This does not mean there was nothing. When scientists talk about something existing before the universe, they do not mean stars, particles, or even empty space. They mean something more abstract. One possibility is that only the rules of nature existed. Not matter, not space, and not time, but only the rules themselves, much like the rules of a game exist before anyone starts playing. The laws of physics may have existed before the universe began, allowing space and time to come into being. Another idea comes from quantum physics. At the deepest levels, reality does not behave like solid objects, but like possibilities. Instead of a universe, there may have been a state describing many potential universes at once. There was no ticking clock and no distances, only potential. Our universe may have appeared when one of those possibilities became real. Some scientists go even further and suggest that reality is built from information at its most fundamental level. This does not mean information like words or numbers, but patterns and relationships. From this perspective, space and time are not the foundation of reality. Instead, they emerge when information becomes organized in a particular way. There are also more speculative ideas. Some theories suggest the universe existed before the Big Bang in another form, perhaps contracting before rebounding in a cycle. Others imagine a universe that expands and collapses repeatedly. Some proposals even suggest that our universe is just one of many, each beginning with its own Big Bang. So far, none of these ideas have been confirmed. When scientists push their equations back to the very beginning, our current theories stop working because gravity and quantum physics no longer agree. This does not mean the universe came from nothing. It means we have reached the limits of what our tools can currently describe. So what was before the Big Bang? Maybe there was something deeper than space and time, such as rules, information, or pure possibility. Or maybe the idea of earlier moments only makes sense once the universe already exists. Either way, the Big Bang may not be the beginning of everything, but only the beginning of the part of the story we are able to understand. The fact that we can even ask this question means the universe has already done something extraordinary, because it has produced minds capable of wondering where it all came from.